Coming together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success. It's no secret, friends, you have a purpose and you have the highest potential. Dream it, believe it, achieve it. So dream big, truly believe in it, and achieve it 100% to live the life fullest. And I want to join hands with you on this mission to learn and grow together, to engage, enlighten, and empower. Yes, this is solo episode of your host Jyoti G on Stars of Learning podcast. Let's begin. Hey friends, how are you all doing? I'm glad that you're all joining me today. And today is a very interesting topic I'm going to talk. Atal Bihari Vajpayee said, IT is not just information technology, it is India tomorrow. And our Prime Minister Narendra Modi evolved a new formula to it, saying IT plus IT is equal to IT. So what does that mean? It's information technology plus Indian talent is equal to India tomorrow, for the country to adapt to new technologies and stay ahead of others, right? And we are seeing that kind of a transformation happening. And today's Indian talent need to focus on this. And that's why this topic is. And the topic is Industry 4.0 is equal to digital skill transformation. And this is a paradigm shift, which is, it's a skill-based learning to grow your career team. So growing your career, in Industry 4.4, it's like, it's definitely a thrilling journey, friends, looking into your future of work. Means that is possible with integration of digital technology, automation into manufacturing, any other industry you are into. Okay, so that's what you need to focus on. And that requires a combination of skills, adaptability, and strategic thinking. Yes, it's a paradigm shift to adapt to digital skill-based learning. I'm stressing again, it is digital skill-based learning. You need to know, if you are ready for digital skill transformation to grow your career, right? Because we are all into a profession, that means we need to level up, right? So ask these questions for yourselves, that if you are ready to immerse yourself in this kind of a dynamic landscape of future of work, and that's going to be there. So there's no change there, okay? It's going to happen. And can you gain the opportunity, to be at the forefront of innovation and shape the way the business is operating, and business is operating at a global level. Even India is transforming at a global level, right? You might have seen the G20 conference happening. So then the next thing is, you are scaling up, and you also need to give back to the society, making India happen kind of a things. You need to contribute to be more efficient and in a sustainable world, right? So these are the questions you need to ask yourself, and are you ready? It's a sphere where, cutting edge technologies like AI, IoT, automation, it's reshaping the industry, solving complex problems for us. Moreover, I feel, it's not a threat, as, careers in Industry 4.0 tend to be highly rewarding. It's both intellectually and financially, and how would that be rewarding? If you be able to scale up, digital language, and that demands continuous learning, being creativity, adaptability, and that's more important, allowing you to stay ahead in this ever evolving digital age, right? We have seen that kind of a transformation post COVID. You would have seen much more, right? So I wanted to highlight, being in a L&D profession, I do a lot of learning programs for the engineers. So I want to bring that kind of an experience to you, so you are aware and you're consciously going to look ahead in the future of work. And here are some categories of learning, to help you advance your career, which will definitely evolve in whatever the field you're working on. Okay, it could be manufacturing, healthcare, education, whatever the mode you're in. Okay, it will help you transform. So first thing first, it's a technical proficiency, because we are talking about digital transformation, and technology continues to evolve, right? We have gone from the keypad mobile to a smart app phones, right? So skill based learning is crucial for us to harness and leverage new technology effectively, and that will be an added advantage. Why do I say this? Because there are few critical skills from technology angle. If you focus, you will be able to scale up, and that's one to begin with. It's a digital literacy. Are you comfortable with digital technology, including basic computer skills? Because this forms the foundation for more advanced skills, and proficiency in using the digital tools and technology is becoming an essential thing. Okay, you go to Sabji Mandi on the roadside, right? He has a QR code, and he's able to make the transaction. So digital literacy is a first thing I put it on technical proficiency, and the technical know-how is the second one, because it is highly relevant to have technical skills, friends. And just knowing the technical skills is not the game, and their applications in areas like whatever the field you're working on. It could be sales, marketing, production, design, data analysis, programming, robotics, AI, you name it, IoT, cloud computing, all of this. So are you able to apply in your working area? And these skills are going to be critical, because when you integrate these things into the process, right, it is going to be valuable, and that's going to leverage the industry 4.0 technologies effectively. So technical know-how is the second thing, and the data analytics is the third one I would talk, because without data, you will not be able to make any informed decision and take a call at the management table. Okay, so it's a data driven environment. If you see AI, it's already playing that kind of a role. So leverage the technology to gain the ability to collect, analyze, and interpret data, as it is crucial in industry 4.0. So for me, something like a non-technical person, I have been using Power BI at a next level, from advanced Excel to a Power BI. So data is something we have to leverage on. And last but not the least, in the technical proficiency, project management skills. Many industry 4.0 initiatives, right, it involves complex projects. There's a lot of change happening. So proficiency in project management, what happens is it helps professionals to plan, execute, change, take that kind of a risk, and monitor the projects effectively. So you will be able to do all this only if you have some knowledge about project management. I've also geared up on the PMP skills, even a non-technical person, because that's the need of the hour. Yeah. And moving on to the next category of learning is behavioral skills. I know many of you would have sidelined behavioral skills, focusing more on the technology program, but being in the L&D profession, I would recommend, guys, because in this evolving, transforming workforce, right, learning soft skills can it can help you. It definitely boosts your self-confidence, and it'll enhance your both personal and professional growth. And why do I say this? Because in this kind of a dynamic environment, right, you need a sense kind of accomplishment. You want to encourage, you want to achieve your goals, you want to foster that kind of a growth mindset, right? Soft skills is what would add value with the technical proficiency. Yeah. So first thing first is the communication. How good is your communication? Is it effective? How is your writing and verbal? Even though AI is doing the lot of work, you need to give a right questions to the AI. Otherwise, you will not get the right output. And active listening, that's another key skill. If you're not listening to your customers, if you're not listening to your team, you will not be able to collaborate. Yeah. And communication, and into the industry 4.0, it is interdisciplinary teamwork happens. So if you want to convey that kind of a complex ideas and get things done, then communication is very essential. Then next comes the critical thinking. You need to able to I say, when you come with a problem, come with a solution. So are you putting that kind of a critical thinking hat, analyzing the information, solving problems, and making data driven decisions? And that's going to be vital, guys. And creativity, there is no second thought about this, because if you're doing the mundane thing in the similar fashion, and it's going to be a regular job, right? You have to have a creative thinking hat to find innovative solutions for the changes, because you need to make that kind of a solution oriented products. It could be in any line. Yeah, it could be teaching line, it could be healthcare, pharma, whatever that you're talking about. You have to give that kind of a solution to the challenges what you're facing. Last but not the least, in the behavioral or a soft skill program, it's a leadership. Even though you're not playing the role of a leader, right? If you want to advance your career as a professional and you want to grow up, right, leadership skills are something very important. It's increasingly important, because you need to collaborate, you need to communicate, you need to guide team, you need to build that kind of a project. Then your leadership skills are something very important thing. Yeah, making sense. And moving on to the third category of learning, this is something I see as a gap in the professional learning, professional people. Adaptive learning. Yeah. Industry 4.0, or we are living in a VUCA world, and it's constantly evolving, right? And we need to be open to change and having the ability to adapt to these new technologies. Plus, how do you adapt? When you commit to a lifelong learning and stay up to date with the latest technologies, the trends and the best practices is the key. So for that, what would be the focus area for you? It's a continuous learning. Yeah. It is industry 4.0 is characterized as technology advancement. So you as a professional must guys, on a continuous learning and skill development, because you need to stay current and way forward. Yeah. So how does that happen? Because I've already got my BTech or a MTech, or I've gone to my masters, I'm a PhD holder. So what? You need to enhance your learning. So attend workshop, conference, webinars, read industry publication. That will be an added advantage. Along with that, networking with right mentors, right stakeholders would be an added advantage. And then next, get into self-directed learning. Okay, you are doing a learning, but self-driven initiatives, because you are the one who knows what are your strengths and what is that you have a passion for, right? So identify those learning opportunities independently and go as a deeper learning or parallel. However you are comfortable. Okay. Deeper learning will also make an advantage. No, Jyoti, I have this kind of a skill, but I want to have a parallel skilling. That is also okay. Okay, Jyoti, I've been all these things, but I want to do a cross skilling. Like, I'm a non-tech person, I want to get into the tech line. Do that, because that you will be in a way forward, much more better prospect compared to other individuals. And then next comes the problem solving capability, and we need to do that day in and day out. Develop this habit of the ability to tackle the complex problems. Okay. And learning from failure is important, because in this kind of a rapidly evolving field, right, you don't have to be expert and all kind of a thing. Learn from failures, move on. That's very critical. Business acumen is another important element. You should have a good grasp of understanding how industry 4.0 is impacting business models and strategies, guys. And market dynamics also is essential. Okay. So networking, when you are networking, building a right connects, entrepreneurship mindset. My manager would always say this to me, and that's a great learning. Every penny you spend, you should have that kind of a mindset to take risk, to explore new opportunity will be an asset in this kind of a evolving industry 4.4. And last but not the least is the industry specific knowledge. I know you have been, as a professional, you would have joined a company, you are working for something, you have a good understanding, but deeper understanding of that specific industry, and just not about that industry, integrate with multiple other competitive partner, how it is working, how it can be applied, how can you enhance your skill, is what is important. That industry specific knowledge is something, will be a differentiator when you master that art. And for that, what is that you need to explore is a cross disciplinary skills. When I say cross disciplinary skills, you need to collaborate, you need to develop the skill of project management, communication, teamwork, so that you're working with different professionals with different backgrounds, but working towards the same project. How cool is that, right? It looks cool, but then when you actually work there, you will be applying all of the skill set, all of the soft skills, what I did tell you, you will be applying, bringing that leadership, communication, and all of that. Yeah, and including the technology proficiency also you will be bringing here when you are applying cross disciplinary skills. Hands-on experience, again, we don't want bookish theory thing. We need to gain practical experience, guys, by working on industry 4.4 project, either in your current job what you're doing, or through internship, or as a freelance opportunities. Explore the hands-on experience, because it is highly valuable, because that gives a good set of knowledge for you. And certifications, I know is when you have a expertise, many people have questioned me, Jyotis, is certification are relevant? It can be a selling pitch, it can add value to your profile, it can be another feather on your cap. Yeah, something related to your job, related to IoT, related to data analytics, cloud computing, cyber security, project management. There are so many things to do, right? So it will enhance your credibility and marketability. So that's why I recommend certification. And because we are evolving into this kind of a AI and IoT world, right? We need to be aware about ethical practices happening there online. Okay, the kind of a implication with the technology use, data privacy, and the kind of a impact it is going to have for the society, or for the organization, or for you itself. You need to be aware. You need to be consciously aware about these ethical practices, what is happening, because you're going to build that into your technology. You're going to build that as a process into your system. So it is important to know about the ethical practices. And last but not the least is a global perspective, guys. When I say global, we are going global, right? Look at any kind of industry, it is going global. So recognizing that kind of a global nature of industry 4.4, and being open to working on in the international context can be an advantageous, in any angle for that matter. Always have that global view. Even if you're going to be local, be global in execution. Yeah. So these are the some broad categories, guys: technical proficiency, behavioral skills, adaptive learning, and industry specific knowledge. So why do I say this? As a L&D professional, being for more than a 2 decade in the system, focusing on people development, right? I see that, skill-based learning has undergone a paradigm shift in the recent years, guys. Traditionally, we were confined to a classroom environment, right? Including schools. Now we have all gone online. So with the advent of online courses, interactive platforms are there, and on-demand learning, right? Skill as acquisition has become more innovative these days, and it is easily accessible for you. Unlike other time, right? You have to travel somewhere to get things done. No, it is at your fingertips, it is available, and it is more personalized too, right? Why not you take an advantage of it? Actually, when you take this kind of an advantage, right, what happens is this empowers you as a learner to take control of what is that you are aspiring for, what is that learning journey you want to achieve, how are you going to practically apply them, and in the real world scenario, how are you going to tailor it and reach your goals. Yeah, so these are the things which you can be mindful of when you are designing your own learning plan. And I believe, guys, it's a transformative approach, that it's a diverse learning style. I agree that, but it aligns to edification more closely with the rapidly changing demands of the job market. And it's so volatile, right, in the kind of environment we are living. And if you foster a culture of lifelong learning and preparing yourself to thrive in this kind of ever changing professional landscape, right? I'm sure you're going to have that competency needle moving up itself. Okay, there's no looking down. Yeah, so that's what about the career aspiration I wanted to talk, friends. To conclude, industry is growing faster than ever, and change is happening with a rapid pace, and you are required to be job ready, okay, and not dig the well when you are thirsty. And that's the motto here. Understand the business dynamics from the day one, guys. It should not be that, when you hit the problem, then you're doing that kind of a research. Yeah, so skill based learning, when I say it is technical proficiency, behavioral skills, adaptive learning, industry specific knowledge, it is very essential as it contributes to your development, competitiveness of industry, and it also enables the economic growth also, right? If you are able to equip yourself, you position yourself, and in an effective manner, it also enhances your personal and professional growth. And the moment that happens, your career success and societal progress, it just follows. So that's what is the need in the era of Industry 4.4, friends. So, friends, as always, I look forward to your action. Do let me know how you applied this piece of learning on Industry 4.0 is equal to digital skill transformation, a paradigm shift in skill based learning to grow your career. And I would happy to see your response and feedback too in the comment box below. And also, if you agree and resonate with what I say, feel free to share this episode with who all you care and need this message. Really appreciate your time, and thank you for tuning in to Stars of Learning podcast. Thank you.